I seek the formula of the Krabby Patty.
Oh boy, a new customer. Welcome to the Krusty Krab. Would you like to try a Krabby Patty?
I demand the recipe.
The recipe? Golly, Mr. Krabs doesn't let anyone see that. Not even me.
I have a very particular set of skills. Skills that make me excellent at acquiring recipes.
Do you want to learn how to make a Krabby Patty?
Precisely. The Krabby Patty formula.
Well, I can't do that, but I can make you one to enjoy.
Your compliance is necessary. Hand over the Krabby Patty formula.
Listen, buddy, I'm just here to take orders and play my clarinet, not to share trade secrets.
This is no mere request.
And I'm not your personal recipe book. Go bother someone else.
I must insist on getting the Krabby Patty formula.
It'll take more than a tough guy to get me secret formula.
I don't know who you are, but I will find that recipe.
Good luck with that, me boy.
You must provide the Krabby Patty formula.
Is that a new type of Krabby Patty? Sounds yummy.
No, you must give me the recipe.
I don't even know how to cook noodles, let alone a Krabby Patty.
The mission has failed. They did not comprehend our demand.
It seems they had no idea who we are. Intimidation was ineffective.
What? I can't believe they thwarted you guys.
Sometimes the Force and a particular set of skills are not enough.
Well, back to the drawing board, I guess. And this time, less Hollywood.
Well, hi, welcome back to the channel. You caught me right before I did some crazy creative project that I'm going to share with you. Actually, you've already seen it, right? If all goes well, it was the opening of this video. So now we're actually going to create what you just saw, because it hasn't happened yet. Whoa. So we've been talking a lot about voice cloning, which is one of my favorite subjects as a voice actor, and being able to use other voices aside from myself to create characters and creative projects, etc. And I just did a video about voice cloning the other day, and I found a couple of sites with voice models, and it got me really excited about doing that again. And we talked about the RVC software, which allows you to download these models and then convert audio files right there on your very own system without the need for subscribing to any other third-party service. So that's what we're going to do today with models that we have downloaded from this site here, weights.gg. The other day I showed you voice-models.com, another place where you can download these models and then install them on your system to use in RVC. And super briefly, here's how you get a model onto your own computer so that you can use it once you already have RVC installed. On this site, for example, you'd search for the voice you're looking for. When you come to this site, there's just so many voices here. If you don't have any filters going at all, like if it's just filtered by upload date, I don't know who a lot of these people are. What I do is I first filter by language, and then I filter by likes, because I figure if a lot of people are liking a model, they're probably popular, and maybe I've heard of them. And as I scroll down here, I can see, yeah, I've heard of Joe Biden, I've heard of Eric Cartman, I've heard of Donald Duck, and I've heard of Plankton. So once we decide who we want to clone, we would do a search. In my case, I already have SpongeBob on my system, but when you do a search for SpongeBob, you see a lot of his buddies as well. For example, Mermaid Man. And we can preview what these models sound like by clicking the play button.
As a speaking sample for a Weights GG AI voice model.
I'd say that's a pretty good sample. So to get this on your system and ready to use, you click on the three dots here and you click download model. This will download a zip file to your computer, and then once it's there, I can open it up. When I double click it, I get a preview of the contents of the directory. Now in this case, these models all have the same file structure in all of them that you download from this site, and they're pretty generic. And you're going to want to rename these to better identify what models these really are. But the first thing we can do is we drag the PTH into the weights folder, which is under your RVC installation under the assets folder. And once that's copied over there, we're going to rename this to Mermaid Man, paying attention to the case I use. And then I'm going to go to the logs folder and I'm going to drag this index file and I'm going to drop it in there. Similarly, I'm going to rename that to the exact same name as I did the model file. And that's it. Now I can go to RVC and click refresh voice list. And if I do a little search here, there it is, Mermaid Man. So let's record an audio file of something he'd say. Evil! I'm here to order up a hot, fresh pile of evil. It's my dessert. That was a little crazy and not really a good Ernest Borgnine impression, but we'll see what it does. So I was export this out, go to the folder it's saved, highlight it, hit Control-Shift-C, that copies the path into the clipboard, which I can then just paste right here, where it says enter the path of the audio file to be processed, and I can just click Convert. And in just a few seconds, we've got it.
Evil! I'm here to order up a hot, fresh pile of evil. It's my dessert.
That's pretty good. Let me lower it just a little bit.
Evil! I'm here to order up a hot, fresh pile of evil. It's my dessert.
Well, my impersonation aside, you understand now the mechanics of getting these things on your system. I got inspired to create some sort of a scenario where all of these characters that I have voice clones for could interact in some hilarious manner, but I didn't really actually feel like writing anything. So I told Chat to do some research on all these characters and write a scenario for me. So now that it's done that, I'm going to record this script and then convert each of these voice files so that I can have an interaction with all these people with cloned voices. Let's look at how that's going to work. Okay, so in my case, I'm using Adobe Audition because I've been using that for years, but you just need a multi-track recorder. The technique I'm going to be using here, I can't absolutely guarantee it's going to work in your multi-track recorder, but you can still get to the end result. This process that I'm doing is just going to save me a lot of editing time, because normally what would happen is I would record this whole track in one take and then go in and find the individual voices and separate them out on separate tracks, and then I could render out each individual track and then convert them into the voice that I want. But that editing process could take quite a while. So I've got a technique that works with this particular system that allows me to do everything in real time with a lot less editing. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. Now with all of these voice clones, you want to do your best impression of the person that you're trying to clone, just so that it's guided in the proper way. But you don't have to be perfect. You're going to hear some terrible impressions here. You'll see in Adobe I have a track for every character that I'm going to be using. Darth, Liam, SpongeBob, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Patrick, Plankton. And I'm going to start by arming the first track, Darth, to record because he's the first one that talks, and you'll see what I'm doing here as you watch.
I seek the formula of the Krabby Patty.
Oh boy, a new customer. Welcome to the Krusty Krab. Would you like to try a Krabby Patty?
I demand the recipe.
The recipe? Golly, Mr. Krabs doesn't let anyone see that. Not even me.
Good day. I have a very particular set of skills. Skills that make me excellent at acquiring recipes.
Hi there. Do you want to learn how to make a Krabby Patty?
Precisely. The Krabby Patty formula.
I can't do that, but I can make you one to enjoy.
Your compliance is necessary. Hand over the Krabby Patty formula.
Listen, buddy, I'm just here to take orders and play my clarinet, not to share trade secrets.
This is no mere request.
And I'm not your personal recipe book. Go bother someone else.
I must insist on getting the Krabby Patty formula.
It'll take more than a tough guy act to get me secret. It'll take more than a tough guy act to get me secret formula.
I don't know who you are, but I will find that recipe.
Good luck with that, me boy.
You must provide the Krabby Patty formula.
Is that a new type of Krabby Patty? Sounds yummy.
No, you must give me the recipe.
I don't even know how to cook noodles, let alone a Krabby Patty.
The mission has failed. They did not comprehend our demand. It seems they had no idea who we are. Intimidation was ineffective.
What? I can't believe they thwarted you guys.
Sometimes the Force and a particular set of skills are not enough.
Back to the drawing board then, and maybe this time, less Hollywood.
Okay, well my voice was all over the place there. So now we have all these tracks of audio that I need to tighten up so that it's more in a conversation and flowing.
Recipe? Golly, Krabs doesn't let anyone see that. Not even me. Patty, see that? Not even me.
I have a very particular set of skills. Skills that make me excellent at acquiring recipes.
Hi there. Do you want to learn how to make a Krabby Patty?
The recipe.
I don't even know how to cook noodles, let alone a Krabby Patty.
No one
Is that a new type of Krabby Patty?
demand. It seems they had no one in Patty. The mission is failed. Not comprehend our demand. It seems they had no idea who we are. Intimidation was ineffective.
What? I can't believe they thwarted you guys.
Okay, it took a little time, but I do have everything now timed out right, and it would have taken so much more time if I had had to figure out which of those little waveforms was who's saying what, and then putting them on the right track. Now, all I have to do is export each of these tracks individually. Now, the fun part, we've got all of our audio tracks, and now we just need to convert each one of them with the models that we've already downloaded. So let's start with Darth. We will select it. We will do Control-Shift-C. We will paste that right here. And from the models, we will choose Darth Vader.
I seek the formula of the Krabby Patty.
And just do this for all the rest of them. Now we've got them all lined up with the voices changed. Let's see what it sounds like.
I seek the formula of the Krabby Patty.
Oh boy, a new customer. Welcome to the Krusty Krab. Would you like to try a Krabby Patty?
I demand the recipe.
The recipe? Golly, Mr. Krabs doesn't let anyone see that. Not even me.
Okay, you've already seen it. If you want to watch it again, why not watch this whole video again from the beginning? Now you get the nuances, the magic. You can appreciate the work that went into it. These and other things I say to make you watch the video again. I hope this has inspired some of you creatives to use some of these tools in ways maybe you hadn't thought of before to create things that you couldn't have done before without a bunch of other people. Voice cloning, face swapping, it all opens up a world of possibilities for the creative solo professional. And for those of you waiting on a tutorial on how to create these voice models with RBC, it is coming. It was going to be this one, but then I got distracted by creative inspiration.
If you subscribe now, I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you do not, I will look for you. I will find you. And I